Hello, Royal Affairs family. This is Yolanda, and I'm one of your guides in Royal Affairs, where we show you affairs done right. Hubby and I have had our fair share of challenges in our relationship, including infidelity, and we're using this channel to share how we're using travel as a pathway to continue the healing process, reignite love, rebuild trust, and experience transformation. If this is something for you, then we definitely invite you to hang out with us. This month, we're sharing our thoughts on how travel fosters open communication as partners can talk honestly and openly about their feelings in a neutral setting. And today, it's my turn to give my perspective. I wanted to find the best and simplest definition of communication, and a Google search, including Merriam-Webster, yielded these results: a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behaviors, or a two-way means of communicating information in the form of thoughts, opinions, and ideas between two or more individuals with the purpose of building an understanding and the sending and receiving of information. So if we put all of those definitions together, we can say communication is the way we talk and share our thoughts and feelings with each other. It's not just about words, it's also about listening and understanding. It's the code that helps people connect and understand each other better. Do you remember growing up back in the day, watching some of your favorite TV shows, and someone somewhere always had a clubhouse? And if you didn't have the password, you couldn't get in? Imagine your relationship as a cozy clubhouse. Open communication is like the password that keeps the clubhouse nice and safe and strong and happy. Now that we've got a firm understanding on what communication is, I'm sure most, if not all of us, can agree that open communication is always important in a relationship, and especially so when trust has been broken. And here are a couple reasons why. Building bridges. When trust is broken, it's like a little crack in the clubhouse wall. Open communication is like the glue that helps fix those cracks and build stronger bridges between partners. Understanding feelings. Imagine you have a treasure map, but it's written in a secret language. Open communication is like decoding that language. It helps you understand how your partner feels and why, so you can work together to make things better. Fixing mistakes. Now, we all goof up sometimes. Open communication helps us say, oops, I messed up, but let's figure out how to make things right. It's a way to talk about the tough stuff and find solutions together. Trust rebuilding. If trust is like a delicate flower, open communication is like sunshine and water. It helps the trust flower grow back stronger. By talking openly, partners can share their worries and hopes, making the trust garden flourish once again. Teamwork. Picture a tandem bicycle. Open communication is what keeps both partners pedaling in sync. It's about sharing where you want to go and making sure you're on the same page. When trust is shaky, good communication helps partners become a super team, pedaling through challenges together. Now that we understand what communication is and why it's always important, and especially so when trust has been broken, let's talk about how travel can truly open new avenues for those navigating through the tricky waters of rebuilding trust. First, travel offers neutral ground for conversations. Think of it as hitting the refresh button. A new place acts as a neutral territory, free from the baggage of past arguments or reminders of daily stressors. It's like having a blank canvas where both partners feel more comfortable and open to expressing their true thoughts and emotions. Second, a safe space for vulnerability. When you're miles and miles away from the usual, it somehow feels safer to let your guard down. Being in a different environment encourages partners to be more vulnerable with each other, fostering a deeper understanding and empathy towards each other's feelings and experiences. Third, uninterrupted quality time. with no distractions from work, social commitments, home chores, and the kids. You have this unspoken permission to focus solely on each other. Now, this quality time allows for meaningful conversations to unfold, paving the way for honest and open dialogue about feelings, dreams, and fears. Speaking of feelings, travel offers the freedom to express feelings. And there's something about being away from your usual setting that gives you the courage to express yourself more freely. Whether it's through a shared laugh on a goofy adventure or a quiet talk under the stars, travel provides numerous opportunities for both partners to share their feelings openly. And last, addressing unresolved issues and cultivating emotional intimacy. Now, with plenty of time at hand and varied experiences to share, couples may find it easier to broach unresolved issues. Hubby and I like to frequent our neighborhood Applebee's, or as we like to call it, our watering hole. And it's not because the food is top of the line, although I do enjoy their wonton tacos, or that the atmosphere is romantic, but rather because it provides a place for us to have our heart-to-hearts without breaking the bank. The fact that it's literally about 10 minutes from our home, and most of the staff knows us, from the manager to the bartender, definitely makes it a win-win when we've at least addressed and come up with a game plan for unresolved issues, and we want to get home to celebrate our newfound victory. Now, whether at your watering hole or miles away on vacation, discussing unresolved issues in a relaxed, pressure-free setting can lead to resolutions and mutual understanding. I must admit, though, for me, everything seems a little better and easier to navigate when I'm on a beautiful beach looking at the ocean. Plus, navigating new experiences together strengthens emotional intimacy, which definitely forms a solid foundation for a stronger relationship. Now, even though open communication, whether traveling or at home, is always important, and especially so when trust has been broken, it doesn't mean it comes without challenges. Now, Roy and I have been married for well over 25 years, and we are still learning how to communicate with one another. When there is a fear of judgment, lack of emotional safety, different communication styles, an imbalance of power, past hurts and resentments, and difficulty expressing emotions, to name a few, overcoming these challenges often involves a combination of empathy, active listening, and a commitment from both partners to create a safe and supportive environment for open communication. Now, because I know there are going to be challenges, because I've experienced them myself, I wanted to provide some starting points that could really help with mending and strengthening the bond while traveling. So let's get into it. When thinking about neutral ground for conversations, why not choose destinations where you both feel excited about but have never been to? This ensures neither of you has prior memories or prejudice about the place. A good starting point would be to discuss your expectations from the trip during the journey there. This way you can set a positive and cooperative tone. When it comes to a safe space for vulnerability, consider activities that encourage openness, like a quiet picnic in a secluded park or a night of stargazing. It's about finding moments where the world seems to pause, allowing you to open up about your fears and aspirations. You can even ask questions like, what's something you wish we did more of in our relationship? When looking to have uninterrupted quality time, undertake activities that restrict outside interruptions, like hiking to a scenic spot without cell service or attending a class together, like cooking. These activities require teamwork and full attention, which fosters a deeper connection. A challenge like navigating a new city with only a paper map, do they even make those anymore? But they could also spark fun and collaboration. When it comes to the freedom to express feelings, a fun exercise may be to create a travel journal together. And this is where each of you can jot down not just what you did, but also how certain experiences made you feel. It can be a mix of individual entries and shared ones, which you can discuss at the end of each day. This exercise acts as a gentle prompt for expressing and sharing feelings. And finally, addressing unresolved issues and cultivating emotional intimacy can be done by dedicating specific time, maybe a quiet evening or calm morning, to discuss just one unresolved issue. Now be sure to set a limit to prevent the conversation from overwhelming the trip. Using I feel statements can help keep the dialogue non-accusatory. You guys can also plan a rewarding activity afterwards, like a massage or a nice dinner, to remind you of the joys of your partnership. Now, while I'm certainly no expert and I am still learning, I hope the tips shared offer just a glimpse of how travel can be used to foster open communication. If any of them resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Or if you have some tips that I didn't mention, drop those in the comments below as well. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Be sure to tune in next week to hear Roy's take on travel and open communication. Until then, if you like what you are hearing, you already know what to do. Hit that like button. And if you want to hear more, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when a new video is being released so you too can enjoy Affairs Done Right. Until then, see you next time.